Okay, so I got this to work side by side here. So I get two dual or a dual patch panel here on the front and side, on the front of the rack, left and right. All the components fit. The one thing I've run into is these boards. In order to get them space, so they got a little bit of space in between, they're not sitting on top of each other. What I did was it overlaps these bud rails a little bit. We're talking, let's see, 0.2 inches. So what I'm thinking is that it would be simple enough to just notch out the bud rails here, about 0.3 inches. They've got 0.5 inches worth of depth from the edge to where they mount on the side of the equipment rack. And so they just get notched out around where these boards are. So one thing I did is I relocated the mounting holes on the bud rails as far as the slotted holes on the front so that they're clear of those areas. So you've got 1, 2, 3 mounting holes, which corresponds to right here. 1, 2, 3. So you can see these little circles right here are the PIM inserts, the studs that come through where these standoffs, let's see if I can get a better view, where these standoffs right here attach to hold the boards. And so really what you're looking at is trimming out a small portion of the bud rail in these areas right here, which are going to be behind the panel anyway. You're not going to see it at all. So you're going to have basically a cutout of your bud rail. In fact, you can see right here, there's the interior edge of the bud rail where this mounting hole is. What you're going to see is a cutout of that bud rail that goes back this way about 0.3 inches, down, and then back over about 0.3 inches. So a little notched out area. That way, this whole panel can be assembled in this board right here. It currently is overlapping in that bud rail. That area right there would be cut out so that the whole thing can slide in. So I think that's probably the simplest solution to get these on there. I think I've got 0.27 inches worth of space between the two. Even if I touched them, you'd still have to notch out a little bit. So I'd rather leave some space here just to be safe. But I think that's the best way to go about doing this. It's just a simple notching out of these bud rails in 4 spots. 1, 2 down here, 3 and 4. So that then this whole panel can be slid in very easily. And everything just ganged on one panel together. So I think that's going to be the easiest solution. So ultimately, these components back here are kind of driving our ultimate width as far as where they mount.